Amazing. Is this your first time?
This is the first time.
What's your name?
Tristan?
Christian?
Tristan?
And how do you find us?
I watch your show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Welcome,
Every
man.
morning listening to it. So.
Where you from?
Originally from Modesto, but I live in
Oh.
Argentina now.
Oh, nice. Amazing. Where is everybody? It doesn't matter where one or two are gathered, God is with us. Amazing. Huh? So can you imagine living in LA?
Right down here?
They're from Canada. No? Why not?
No, we don't like the city.
Oh. Are you happy that Canada is becoming the 51st state? Yeah. Are you?
Nice,
Oh, good.
where you guys from? Ontario. I think they want Alberta, right? Right? Alberta, yeah. You guys can keep Quebec.
Keep BC too. We just want oil.
BC is pretty good.
Why you don't want whole Canada?
Because, yeah, well, he nailed it. I mean,
What?
Quebec is a socialist state, and Vancouver's a woke state.
Repeat that?
So they're both super far left.
Vancouver and what?
Quebec.
Quebec. Oh,
I
okay.
don't think you can turn those around.
Really?
They're really far gone.
But once we take over, can't we turn the whole thing around?
We still got, I mean, look at California. We're not going, I mean, it's getting worse since we became I think.
Yeah. But I hear that some parts of California is turning red now.
That's true, and even LA, because people are, I can't believe people are just now waking up, but it's happening. 20 seconds.
Good morning. Welcome to Fellowship. I'm Jesse Lee Peterson. Thank you all for being with me. You can get involved by going to our YouTube chat line, and Hank will pass on your questions or comments to me. I do appreciate it. How y'all? Amazing. Happy Easter. Yeah. A day late, a dollar short. Any questions? Yes, sir.
So you know how you speak of the ego deaths?
Right.
I've been through it like a couple times now since being on this journey. So my question is that the same demon that hasn't left yet, or is that like different demons dying off?
When you say you've gone through it a couple times, what do you mean?
Like it feels like death.
Right.
It literally feels like death, and then there's
But
nothing
why do
I
you
can-
think you've gone through it?
I've experienced it, I guess.
Right.
Is what I mean. I don't know if it fully died, but
Oh, okay.
is what I'm trying to say.
And the two questions, what?
Is that the same demon that's trying to leave, or is that
Yeah.
the same demon, right?
Yeah.
So it hasn't fully died yet.
When it does, you will know.
Ah,
Really.
okay.
But you definitely watch it, but don't think about when will it happen, or it takes too long, and blah, blah, blah. Don't think about that.
Okay.
Just watch the thoughts and feelings without thinking about them at all.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Otherwise, they're gonna pretend to leave you and they won't.
Oh, that's tricky.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. Like,
Nothing.
Literally nothing.
yeah, nothing.
It's wild.
Amazing, huh?
It is. Your catchphrases make a lot of sense. You know what I mean?
There's nothing to do.
Wow.
And as soon as you realize that, it'll be over.
Nice.
When you stop the fight, it is over.
Nice.
So don't fight it,
Okay.
all right?
Okay.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Okay. How you doing? So how's everything going and what's going on?
Um,
You getting better and
Yeah,
Any
much
question about
better.
anything?
Much better, yes. I realized that before, when I used to wake up and I would get a phone call from someone, and I would think, after I would hang up, I'm like, oh my God, they ruined my day. And I would be calling my sister, can you believe my mom said this? And um, she just ruined my day. But ever since I started listening to, I realized like my days are just happy days now. Every morning I wake up,
Yeah.
even I get the same phone calls, just listen, and
Yeah.
it goes through one ear to the
Right
other,
on.
and everything's.
Nice. That's amazing.
I have a question.
Okay.
So one of your phone calls this week, there was a man, he called and he was talking about Eve and Adam. I have a question. So since Adam listened to Eve, does that mean Adam was beta? God made him beta?
He became he became beta after he listened to her for sure. Had he not listened to her, he would not have become. He would have been alpha.
But since God created Adam, shouldn't he be alpha and not have listened to?
Well, God's not going to make anyone love him or obey him. And
Okay.
since Adam decided to listen to the woman instead of to his father, then he became beta.
Oh,
And the woman became his God.
so he was born with a choice. He can either be beta or alpha, and he
Yeah,
chose
he
beta.
can love the father or he can not love the father.
Okay.
Yeah, but he just decided to love the woman more than the father. And she decided to love Satan, evil, more than her husband,
I
who loved the
understand.
father. What a mess, huh?
A big mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Yes, sir.
Can someone who doesn't believe in God still have perfect peace, assuming he, follows all the things you tell him to do, forgive your mother, forgive your father, stay in the present, and the like?
Repeat that?
Can someone who doesn't believe in God still have perfect peace if they do all the things that you say they need to do, like forgive their mother and father and live in the present and not label themselves? and
Speaking to the
such?
mic, you pushing it away, yeah. You're doing this.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Can they have a peace if they just did what I said but not believe in God?
Right.
But how will they have it without God, without the light?
Because they just do what you told them to do.
No, but you can't get peace that way. What I'm pointing you to is to the light. I'm pointing you to the source that bring you out of the darkness into the light so that you can have peace once you're in the light.
But the light, I'm not doing anything with the light when I forgive my mother and father, am I?
Yeah. You're seeing by the light that you are wrong for resenting your father and your mother for having anger. You can't see on your own that you have anger.
So I need the light. And
Yes.
and the light is God.
Yes.
And I feel like sometimes I struggle with my belief if I believe in God or not. But then that's
Speaking to the mic for me.
sometimes I'll be struggling with my belief. Sometimes like I feel like I believe it, sometimes I don't. But then where does Jesus come into play with this?
Number one, you can't struggle to believe in God. If you're struggling to believe in God, then you don't. You can't make yourself believe. Just wanting to believe or knowing that you don't believe will cause you to believe.
And does the same go for Jesus?
When you believe the message that was in Jesus, sent by the Father, then you're going to believe the Father because you believe the message.
But what if I don't get that message from Jesus? I get it from you, for instance.
No, you're not getting. Well, you're getting from me, and that coming through me to you, same as it did with Jesus.
But it's really just coming from God through Jesus.
I'm sorry.
It's really just coming from God through Jesus. You're saying.
Yes, absolutely. He just came down. He brought a message. God said, "Go down to heaven, earth. And tell my children this. Give my children this message, and for those that want it, they will be free." And so he just brought a message. That's why he said, "Don't be making me your God. Don't put me on a pedestal. the same thing I'm doing, you can do it too.
So if someone at least believes in God, but they don't believe in Jesus, can they still have perfect peace or no?
Well, the peace comes from God, yes.
So they could.
Because you're not believing in Jesus, you're believing in the message of Jesus, the message that he brought.
Okay. All right, that's understand. Can I ask one more question?
Yeah.
So I like to watch a lot of movies, and when I do watch movies, sometimes like I'll cry when I watch a movie.
You
But
cry?
I do, and I'm not talking to anyone, so like I'm not lying or anything. But does that make me beta?
Why are you crying then?
I don't know, something that is cute happens in the movie. You know, like I don't know, someone does something for their family, or there's like a touching
Right.
moment or whatever.
No, just let the tears come and go. I know what you mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good
No,
to
it makes you a bait if you call your mom and said you cried.
No, I don't do that. I don't do that part. Thank you.
Amazing. Okay, nice. Anybody else? Who did the assignment? Oh, good. Why didn't you do the assignment? Oh, hold on a minute.
Biblical question you're talking about?
No, the assignment for last week.
Assignment, no.
I'm sorry?
I don't know what the assignment.
Speaking to the mic?
I don't know what the assignment was, no.
Oh, okay.
I thought the biblical question.
Did you do the assignment?
I wasn't here. I didn't get it.
Oh, okay. That's your excuse. You missed class that day.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You did the assignment?
No,
No. And why not?
because I didn't check in fully. I just watched like a clip of fellowship, and I didn't watch the whole thing even though I wasn't here.
Oh, okay. You did the assignment. And what was the assignment?
Excuse me.
Hold on 1 minute. Hold that thought. Francisco, did you do the assignment?
What assignment?
Were you here last week? Last Sunday?
I was.
And you didn't do the assignment?
Hold on, I wrote it down.
No, you can't have wrote it down. Come back.
Yes.
Did you do it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
You did the assignment? Okay. What were, oh, wait. Did you do the assignment?
Sorry, I did, but without thinking about it.
And what was the assignment?
To be single-minded.
What?
To be single-minded.
Oh, nice. And I'll come to you. I want to hear this first. And did you did it?
I did it. It was
Tell-
It was easier than I thought.
And tell us about it.
You know, last week I was all down and out, wanted to cry about my situation.
Right.
Nothing about my situation has improved. It's still a mess with the whole car accident and the aftermath of everything. But I've done just what you asked, or what you've like recommended, is just take care of one thing at a time and not get overwhelmed about like the next steps of anything.
Right.
And things have improved, maybe not really with the situation, but with my mindset, I guess, and lack of emotion towards it, and feeling all like I'm still carless and stuff, and still have a lot of money to pay certain things, but it's a lot more manageable. And I just thinking about one assignment at a time as it comes. Answer one phone call at a time, submit whatever I need to do one thing at a time. And it's been really awesome this week.
Amazing,
I
huh?
feel a lot better, yeah.
That's cool.
I know.
Will you stay with that? It's just going to get better, easier. It's going to blow your mind.
Yeah,
I thought of you this week, and I have a question later for you.
okay.
But nice. Stay
Yeah,
with it.
thank you.
Yeah. And you did the assignment. And what was the assignment?
To be single-minded.
And tell us about it.
So what I realized is to be single-minded is just to be present. Am I correct about that?
Right.
Yeah. So like it was very interesting. Like during my work days, it was much easier to catch it when I'm being double-minded because of the assignment. Like my mind would drift off to the past or future stuff that don't even matter really. And then just focusing on my work, it really did help. Like you find a certain peace in it, you know. And what helped me the most is I have a lot of hard time sleeping because I guess my mind is always running.
Yeah.
And it was a bit harder to be single. I was trying to figure out how to be single-minded while I'm sleeping because there's nothing to focus on. You know, I'm just like kind of laying there. And then I remember in the past you told us to be present is like be aware of your surroundings. And when I did that, it's very easy to sleep. It's
Yeah.
it's very interesting. I was like kind of shocked how well it worked, you know. So that was my
Because you
experience.
fall asleep consciously rather than unconsciously.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Amazing. Cool. Did you do the assignment? Yes.
Me?
Yeah.
No,
Why not?
I didn't know about the assignment.
Oh, you did not? And so are you a double-minded person or single-minded?
I think single-minded for the most part,
And why do you think single-minded?
because I kind of stay where I am, like present and aware of that. I don't think too much of the past or the future, just what's in front of me.
And what does it mean to be single-minded?
To be present,
To be present? Oh, okay. Amazing.
not to worry about stuff you can't control right there.
Okay. Nice. The young lady want to respond.
No, I didn't do it.
You didn't do the assignment either?
No.
Why not?
I didn't know about it.
Oh, I see. And are you double-minded or single-minded?
I think for the most part, single-minded.
You
There are
think-
times where I would say I am double-minded, but I usually try to stay present.
And why do you think you're double-minded sometimes?
Sometimes things can get a little overwhelming, so you just get lost in your thoughts, and it's hard to be present sometimes.
Oh, okay. Amazing. How about you? Are you double-minded or single-minded?
I'm probably more than double-minded.
You're triple-minded.
Yes.
And what is double-minded?
You live in your head more than the present. But like he was saying, actually, I did notice the times that I'm present, I sleep way better. I noticed that when I do a silent prayer
Yep.
more times than usual, it's easier to sleep.
Very rarely will you fall into a dream if you go to sleep consciously. Meaning that you get into bed, you wear yourself getting into bed, get comfortable, you look around the room, or you're present, and then you fall asleep. Rarely will you have thoughts, go into dreams and things like that. And if you did that, it wouldn't mean anything to you. You just realize you went to sleep unconscious, but not a big deal. Amazing, huh? You can have a perfect life right now. Okay, so you're triple-minded.
A lot of times.
Okay. And what does it mean to be single-minded again?
Well, everybody's been saying to be present, which that makes sense. Because the times that I am, it's a lot easier to do all the things that I do in a day
Okay.
without getting caught up in any kind of nonsense.
Oh, okay. Amazing. Nice. Let me take the young lady first. Did you do the assignment in orange? Yellow. Go.
Yes.
You
I
did the
did.
assignment?
Yeah.
And what was the assignment?
Well, it's a wait and see.
Yeah.
I remember you said, and I did say I mentioned in the forum that I am double-minded. I catch myself being double-minded a lot, overthinking about what needs to get done, or if I lose my keys, where do I leave them, and I stay stuck on that thought, even though I should just let it go. So I've been catching that, and it's been a lot. This whole week has been less stressful. So I'm gonna keep with it and keep practicing it, because the week was easier to handle if I'm not overthinking about things.
Oh, okay. Amazing. Yes, sir.
I was just gonna ask because I thought the assignment was just to have a wait and see attitude, but is it the same as just staying single-minded?
Repeat that.
To have a wait and see attitude, like don't think of the scenarios in the future that are gonna play out. Like I did this, maybe this could happen, this could happen, this could happen. It was.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Was that the assignment? Then because if it wasn't, then I did it wrong.
Yeah, you got it wrong.
Okay.
Well, baby. Your wife put you to shame. The young lady right here. Did you do the assignment? And then I'll come to you, Raymond.
Yes, I did the
And what was the assignment?
To be single-minded.
And what is single-minded?
I know people are saying it's to be present, but I didn't really accept it that way. I kind of like seen it as like good and evil.
Meaning what?
Meaning, well, I guess like, yeah, when I am, I guess it leads all back to being present, but yeah, when I'm in the presence of God, I like, there's really nothing that's wrong. There's nothing, there's no self-judgment or judgment of others. Peace, joy in doing everything that I'm doing. No snapping back at anybody about anything. It's just, it is what it is. Like it's just peace.
And you stop snapping at on people?
You know what? It became a lot easier.
You still snap though?
No,
Oh.
I didn't snap. Like it was like having more conversation and like, yeah, I know we're maybe at times we're like agreeing to disagree, but I'm not walking away feeling bad about it. And then we just come back together like nothing. So that's like, for me, that's like the best outcome is for me, like, okay, we're not going to disagree, agree about this, but it's okay. We don't have to be in the same place at the same time with the same thoughts.
Right on.
So, but life was definitely a lot easier, and I kind of felt like a little bit more joy in my life this week because it's for some reason it was easier for me to say like when I would catch myself being double-minded, it was like for some reason it was like an easier call in my head. Instead of maybe thinking, why am I still getting angry about this? Like when I would see myself like kind of wanting to, I could see I was drifting a little bit, and then I was like, you're going back to being double-minded. You're going back to your old nature. Like and then it would just like kind of like really evaporate. Like instead of like when I would tell myself, oh, you're being judgy, you're angry still. Like it was helpful. It was like a tool.
Amazing.
For me to do that. It kind of sums it all in one, but it's like not putting this bad label on it. Double-minded doesn't sound as evil as like you still haven't let go of your anger. I know it comes down to that,
Okay.
but at the same time, it was just something that was like it would keep giving me like a wheel alignment. Like if I'm drifting off to the right, I was like, oh, no, go back. So it
Right
made
on.
life a lot better this week.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Nice.
loved it.
Let me go to the young man right behind you, and then Raymond. Do
Yes,
you
sir.
snap at your wife?
No, I just tell her to go away.
Do you snap at your wife?
No,
You never snap at your wife?
no,
You get angry at her anytime?
no. I just walk away from it. I don't need
Is
to
that
argue.
true? The wife.
It feels the opposite.
I'm sorry?
I guess it feels like he does.
Like he does what?
He does snap on me sometimes.
And why
Like
does
if
it
he
feel
feels
that way?
anger.
Because of what?
It might just be the devil in
You
me.
said because of his anger?
Yeah, like
Okay.
I feel like he might be angry at me sometimes. Like when I'm the devil, I would say.
And why do you feel that he's angry at you?
Because when I catch myself being the devil, I kind of I see it and I'm like, okay, it was on me that I just pissed him off. And but when I come back, I'm like, you are angry because you're still holding on to what just happened, and I already let go of it.
And will he admit it right then?
No.
He would not admit
No.
it. And when he doesn't, is that true? You won't admit it?
I mean, I just walk away from the problem. I don't linger in it because I'd rather let her talk to herself than to deal with it.
But do you admit that you're angry? If she said, you angry at me now, you're doing this, do you admit it or not?
I just tell her to go away.
I'm sorry?
I tell her to go away.
What does that mean?
Like I don't tell her yes or no. I just tell her go away.
And why don't you, if she sees it, why don't you admit it?
Because I guess I'm not angry until she comes back into the picture, and then that's when I'm like, hey, go away. Just leave me alone. Like I don't need to argue with you today.
What do you mean you're not angry until she come back into the picture?
Because let's say, we'll give you a quick example. Quick example is like the other day, she had me doing, I had to do a million things, and then she's like, hey, can you do this for me? Cool. I did it. And then she's like, can you also do this? I'm like, look, I already did one thing. I got to get going. I got to go do some other stuff. And she's like, oh, you don't give time to me. I'm like, go away. Just go away.
At that point, you became angry?
I don't think I was angry. She says it came off angry, but I'm like, just go away. Leave me alone. Like, I got to go do
But what do you
this.
mean you get angry when she come back into the picture?
I don't get angry. It's just like, oh, dude, again, like you're back over here. I told you to go away.
And what do you think about that?
Well, it's hard to, I mean, because I perceive it a different way. So, I mean, it might not be anger, but I don't know because I'm not, I don't know his emotions,
Right.
you know? So I can't, he might not be angry, but it feels that way for me. Where it's just like, okay, then why
And
are
does
you?
it bother you if he's angry or not?
It used to, but I know I don't have control over it, so I just kind of let it go. I'm like, okay, well, if you want to stay angry for what happened, let it be.
So it doesn't bother you?
Not anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not anymore.
Right on. Okay. Amazing. Raymond. Raymond, you did the assignment?
I did.
And what was the assignment?
To be single-minded.
And were you single-minded this week?
Unfortunately, I failed. When I pray, I realize just how double-minded I am, particularly in that part that's anger at all the mistakes and failures I did in my life.
Amazing. And, okay, so you did not do it?
I did it, but I
You
believe
failed
I
at it.
failed.
Oh, okay. And how did it feel to fail, to be a loser?
I felt impotent.
Yeah, you look impotent too. No, I'm playing. Okay. Did you do the assignment, Omi?
Me?
No, you.
Yeah, me. Yeah, I
You
did. I did notice a few times
What was
that
the assignment?
to be single-minded.
Okay.
And I noticed that I would go into like dialogue inside of my brain. Obviously, that's not single-minded, and I just catch it and just do what I was doing.
And what does it mean to be single-minded?
As an example, it's not to have like a running dialogue in your brain. Oh, he said that, and he meant this, and then she did that, and all that kind of business.
Oh, okay.
All that conversation that doesn't really need to happen.
So you did it? You tried to do it, or you did it?
Well, I did the assignment, and I noticed where I wasn't being single-minded. I don't know how
okay.
you want to interpret that.
All right. You did the assignment, but you were not single-minded.
Sure, yeah.
Explain that again for me.
Yeah. I did the assignment. I tried to be single-minded in all things, and I saw where I wasn't.
Oh, okay. Amazing. How about you, Hake?
No, I didn't do it.
You didn't do the assignment? What's wrong with you? Why not?
Well,
I
interestingly,
mean, what's wrong with hate?
I forgot about it.
You forgot it?
Yeah, even though I reminded you about it in preparation. I don't know. I do ponder about it, but mostly I'm just in the double-mindedness.
And what is the double-minded?
Having doubts and being kind of taken sideways rather than continuing on forward.
Oh, okay. What did I say double-minded meant? When I gave you the assignment.
Well, as I recall, I believe you said having a second thought about the outcome.
Right. Oh, okay, and you didn't do it?
Mm-mm.
What?
I was definitely double-minded the whole time.
Oh, okay. Did you know you were being double-minded the whole time?
So no, sometimes I did notice that I was being double-minded. I think. Because, if you notice, it seems like that would help. I'm not sure that it helped.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you do in the black? Did you do the assignment?
Yes,
And what was the assignment?
to be single-minded.
Tell us about it.
So the way I see being single-minded is just working on yourself, just being single-minded about staying present and all the things that you talk about. So just being single-minded about working on yourself.
Is it fun being single-minded?
Yeah.
It was fun. What was fun about it?
Just living, just living, just taking it a day at a time, just trying to work on myself, stay present.
I know.
Just, yeah.
Nice. Did you do it? Oh, you didn't do it, huh? No. Oh, yeah, you said. Oh, you thought I meant the biblical question. Oh, okay. Did you do it? I'm sorry? Did you on mic?
No, sir.
And why not? No, sir.
Because I was sticking my head elsewhere.
What?
I was sticking my head elsewhere.
You were sticking your head elsewhere? Like what?
In other matters.
Oh, I see. Okay. Did you do an anchor baby?
I tried, yeah,
And what was the assignment, and tell us about
to be
it?
single-minded, and I saw how double-minded I was about certain things in my life, and so I thought to myself, I'm just gonna decide, and I did on a couple. I just didn't see how there were some things in my life that were maybes in my mind and were like a big question mark, and I've just been sitting around waiting. I don't know for what. So I was just like, I'm done with that. I couldn't do that with everything. And I'm wondering if I should just be okay with that. Just, if I couldn't make a decision about something, just let it go. Should I have to make one? I'm asking you now.
When you're single-minded, you don't have to make a decision.
Well, I got rid of a bunch of maybes, and it's been amazing. And now I'm not like blocked up. It was so crazy. I'm not
Okay.
blocked up at all in those areas, and
Nice.
I'm chugging forward. What else did I want to ask you? About being double-minded, I'm wondering if I can make a decision about this, about being single-minded about this, which is like, how do I put it in words? You've been telling me that I'm free for a long time. And
Everybody in this room is free and you don't know it. It's mind-blowing that you are free, but you have chosen to live in prison. And you won't come out. You won't even do the double-minded homework. Well, some of you did. But in that, you're all free, but you live like slaves. You live like prisoners. That's mind-blowing. Isn't that like mind-blowing?
you were talking with this caller, and you were describing this bridge he just simply had to cross. You remember that?
Yeah.
And I just, about that, I just want to say thank you, because I can see that that's all it is. There's this bridge, and I don't know if I'm in the bridge, I'm walking, whatever it is, I'll see what it is. So thank you for that, though, because I know
Right
that's
on.
what it is. But I'm wondering, can I be single-minded about this following thing? Can I just be free? Can I
Yeah.
just, be single-minded about that as well, like right now?
Yes. Right now you can.
Just
right
decide.
now you can become free just like that and never be in prison again.
If I have any trouble with that and keep it to myself, can I just be okay with that as well?
Repeat
Just-
that.
Let's say I go with that. I'm going to cross that bridge. I'm free right now, Jesse. Let's say I have trouble with that. Can I just leave it as a question mark anyways?
What do you mean have trouble with
Let's
that?
say I'm single-minded about being free, but somewhere along, I have maybe some trouble in sticking with that inside or something like that. The way I'm doing with some other things I mentioned.
Meaning thinking that you're not free?
Something maybe like that, or just being unsure about that decision.
Right.
Can I leave it unsure?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I recommend you don't believe it. Don't doubt it or believe it. Because you can't make yourself believe this, but what will happen, you will be made to know that it's true. It will cause you to see that it's true. You can't make yourself believe.
Loud and clear.
If you try to make yourself believe, that's just made up belief, and it doesn't work. So, yeah.
I've been hearing you say about decisions, and I knew you've been right forever. That I've never made a decision. That it's
Right.
been something that's been driving me. But now that I'm not following that as best as I can, it seems like I could just make decisions about these maybes in my life, and I'm done with it. So I'm gonna stick with it. Thank you, Jesse.
Right on. This woman, I saw this story, true story about this woman. She was married. She met her husband in college. She was married. He worked all the time to make sure they have everything. They had two kids. He made sure they had everything. And two little blonde white babies. You know you're in paradise when you got you're married with two blonde white, a little boy and a girl. SUV and everything. And so all she had to do was stay home and watch over the kids and cook, clean up. But her mind told her that wasn't enough. Even though they had a big house, a lot of work, her mind said, you need to have your own business. You need, being a housewife and cleaning the house is not enough. And so she started to try to start her own business in the home. She got on the computer, she started doing what people do on the computer, she met a lot of folks. And her husband was like, no, you don't need to do that, it's enough taking care of the kids in the house. You don't need a business, you have money, you have everything. But her mind would not let her relax with that. Thank you. And then eventually she started a business. And while on the computer, she met a guy online, and this guy played her. He started telling her how beautiful she was, I love you, and so on and so on. And then he started asking her, do you have money? And she's like, yeah, we have money. And so he drew closer to her by stroking her ego even more so, telling her how much beautiful she was. And so, long story short, he said, let's meet at a cafe. And the crazy woman packed the kids up one day and went and met the guys at the cafe. And the guy was all nice to the kids. He brought the little girl a teddy bear, brought the little guy a toy. And he stroked this woman and stroked this woman and stroked this woman. And long story short, he convinced this woman that he loved her, she would be happy with him. He convinced this woman to kill her husband. What they did, they paid a guy $500 to entrap their husband and kill him. And now she's in prison. And she realized she was played. The guy just wanted her money. And she fell for it. Double-minded. Isn't that an amazing story? She had everything. Everything. And the devil convinced her she needed to start a business. Raising children wasn't enough. You don't get enough notice for that. He convinced her of that. The devil's a mess. Frank, right here, you had your hand. Yes.
Yeah. I just hearing everything and that it's like feels like a horror movie, like where Jason, you think he's dead and he gets back up. And and this, where you hear this religious talk about, I don't know if I'm saying it right, like purgatory or limbo, where it's like this place that's in between heaven and hell. It's like this undecided place of like this morning where this unsettledness.
You were watching Jason this morning?
Oh, well, because hearing someone saying
Before
like how
church?
No, well, I was in church when I was reminded about Jason.
Oh.
Because
So you're sitting in church thinking about Jason.
My mind did go there because of the evil of the unsettled mind. Because if we thinking that it's dead, but it's like when it's settled, right? And so it's like we're digging it back up again, like this, like a zombie.
Right. Absolutely.
So I'm just like, let the dead be dead, right? And just live.
Let him die. Nice. Frankie, you knew the assignment, but you didn't do it. Just for the record, why not?
I actually forgot.
You wrote it down and everything, right?
I forgot all about the assignment, but
I know.
practiced. I did practice it.
You wrote it
100%.
down?
I wrote it down. I forget everything, but I did it. This week.
You practiced the assignment?
Yes.
And how?
So I have some, kind of life-changing stuff happening, and so it's overwhelming to think about 10 things at once. I actually walked away and left doors open, and it was raining, all kind of crazy stuff. So the way I got through it was, just let me do what I need to do right now. Just do this one thing. Forget about the other 10. And so that's how I was able to, survive.
Okay.
Just do this one thing in front of me right now, do it to completion, and then do the next thing. So, if that's the assignment, I think, thinking back, I did do it.
Amazing. So the assignment was, don't be double-minded. And I said that opportunities are always there in front of you. You're never without an opportunity. And so when the opportunity comes, take the opportunity and just do the opportunity, but don't think about the outcome. Don't think about how much money you'll make from it, if it's going to work or not, or anything. Just go with the opportunity and you cannot go wrong. You can't fail. But if you think about how, it's like being married. Your marriage is not going to work because you think about if it's going to work or not. And then you try to make it work. But if you never thought about if it's going to work or not, if it works, it'll be fine. If it doesn't, fine, because you don't have an opinion. And you just stay with the opportunity and work on the opportunity. Never think about the outcome, about anything, really. Just do what's in front of you to do. And that way you would be single-minded. And in being single-minded, the truth, the light, God is always with you, and you cannot fail. But if you think about how it's going to work, or if it's going to work, what you think about it, all that mess, it ain't going to work. You got to be single-minded and not double-minded. And a double-minded person is unstable in all of their ways, men or women. Have you seen how unstable you are with a double-minded? You don't know if to go or to come. Last Sunday, you were sitting in church being double-minded, right? I looked at you and you looked like you were lost. I'm like, what's wrong?
That was quite the experience. Yes, I do.
Are you able to share that?
Yeah. So last week you asked me why I was looking so crazy, and I told I was crazy. I was gone.
He was sitting in the meeting and we were talking about don't be double-minded. He was like, yeah.
What's funny is I didn't even know I was looking like that. I thought I was like, I look perfectly normal, you know. But so last week I got while I'm driving to church, I get an email from my CPA, like an invoice, and immediately the devil's like, oh, you got to pay this quarterly. And then now I'm pissed, you know what I mean? Like I'm very angry. And the whole time I was just mad. And then after that, when I came home, I look at the invoice again. It's twice a year. So you know what I mean? I was mad over nothing. Like the devil convinced me that I was going to pay more than I should have. But after I do the math, it's actually normal. The price is normal. You know what
Isn't that amazing?
Mind blowing.
So he get the email and right away says, oh, this is trouble.
Yep.
It's going to be bad. He's sitting in a meeting, doesn't know what the outcome is going to be at all, but he's tripping on the outcome, thinking about what's going to happen, how he's going to deal with this, and then find out later it's nothing like what he thought.
100%.
That's your whole life. That's your whole life.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
It's mind-blowing.
That's so deep, I don't know what to do with it.
And it's interesting because, you know, I was angry, right? And even after the so-called problem was gone, the anger stayed. And I was just like, why am I still angry? Like, the thing that got me mad is already solved, but somehow it still stayed, you know? And it was just kind of lingering, and that's when it started feeling like death. Like, all week it was lingering, you know what I mean?
Because your first mistake was to say, why am I angry? Rather than realize I see it, it's not me. You got to stop calling it you. Because when you call it you, you become one with it. You're not your anger. You got to stop saying, why am I angry? Or I am angry. You got to see it, and seeing it and do nothing about it, but live with it, but don't call it you, it has to leave you. It'll be taken away from you. The light will destroy that false image, the darkness.
Nice.
But you got to stop calling it you. Not why am I angry?
Yes.
See, I see it. I see the anger, but it's not me. Okay. I feel it in my body, but it's not me. So you can stop identifying with it.
Okay.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it is.
It's crazy to me that, it's so crazy to me. And not so crazy, but a whole lot of crazy. That our whole life we've been living in an illusion. We are not living reality. We're in a fog. We're in an illusion and don't know it. And we're miserable in this illusion. Unhappy, lonely, ticked off, worried, jealousy, envy, strife, trying to protect a reputation, suicidal thoughts, anxiety, trying to prove yourself to others and yourself. You're living in an illusion. None of that stuff is real, and none of it is necessary. Worried about how things are going to go instead of just living. Isn't it like crazy? We are like, and no one tell us as kids or teenagers or young adults, you're living in an illusion. Stop it. They don't tell you that. Isn't that like crazy? And everybody have the same problem, living an illusion, and it's hard to let that false image go. Christ called it that old nature. We call it not you or whatever. But it's hard to let that go because who will I be if I don't have my illusion? Who will I be, right? So you hold on to it for dear life and you suffer. That is insane. It's insane that we're living in a false life. What do you think about that in the black hat right here? What do you think about that?
It's amazing.
Isn't that like crazy, huh? We're crazy people.
Oh, yeah, everywhere.
Everybody's insane.
Oh, yeah, we're all there.
Except baby Justin Daddy.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that crazy? So let me ask, if you had a mic, why do you think about yourself all the time?
I don't.
Everything about you. You
I
don't?
No,
And why do you say you don't?
because I don't think. I
You
just
don't
do.
think? You don't think about you at all?
No, because all thoughts are all lies.
Okay, so you don't think about yourself.
No,
Why do you think about yourself all the time? Everything's about you.
There's no other way. Because I'm first.
You what?
I'm first. There's no one else to take care of, just me.
Really?
Yeah.
And you like thinking about you all the time?
No, not really. I used to.
You didn't like it?
I used to like thinking about me all the time.
But now you don't?
But now I don't.
And
yeah.
why not?
I'm really not that important, and I really can't do that much. Like, there's not that much to think about.
I noticed that until you start waking up, all human beings think about themselves all the time. They looked at me in the wrong way. I thought you loved me, or I love you. Why don't you love me back? I thought you were my friend. I thought this and I thought that. If you're not saying that outwardly, you're thinking about it in your head. Why am I such a loser? You're thinking about that in your head. You may not be saying it out loud. How come I'm not like Jesse? Why am I can't just get it? You're thinking that in your head. It's all about you all the time. Why is he mad at me? Why is he treating me that way? Even if you don't say it to him, you're still thinking it. You always think about yourself, whether out loud or not. Why? I'm a suicide. I'm about to commit suicide. I'm unhappy. I'm anxiety. What do you call that? I feel anxiety. Why didn't they invite me to the party? It's always about you. I'm too skinny. I'm too fat. I'm lonely. Even if you're not saying it out loud, my daddy hate me. My mama hate me. Why do you hate me? All you think about is you. I want to know why. And you say?
Ego.
Yeah, 100%. It's all about you. You're supposed to live a life when it's not about you. When you stop thinking about you, you'll be free. You gotta stop thinking about you. And you're gonna see that when you stop thinking about you, there is nothing happening to you. It's not happening to you. Nothing has ever happened to you. It has never, ever, ever, ever happened to you. You think it's happening to you. Even when you look out at the world, you're looking at the world and you're scared, you're worried, you're lonely, you want more money, you want this or that. But what you don't know, you're looking out from within at the world outside, and you're creating that world from within. You're creating that world that you see on the outside. It's coming from inside of you. What a mess, huh? And you wonder why your world's so screwed up. You create your own world. You're cruel to yourself. Yes, other people out there can be cruel to you too, but that's on them. But you treat yourself worse than anyone else treat you. It's you. Nobody else has anything to do with your unhappiness, period. You are unhappy from within. What do you think about that?
I mean, I like that. Because, you know, in some ways we're raised to be competitive. So a lot of people say competition's good. I've said it because it brings out whatever motivation or whatever you need to.
Yeah.
But I realize how evil that is, actually.
Yes.
Because once you start comparing yourself to other people, you're wasting your time and you get lost in that.
Absolutely.
And you'll never get happy that way. I've never seen anybody compare themselves to somebody who's doing better or something they want and then become happy from that.
You thinking about yourself. Oh, John got more money than me. He got a pretty wife. He got this. I'm going to get it too. And your parent teacher, you got to go for it. And you go to college, you got to go for it. And you come out of college crazy and in debt. And you went for it all right. And then the rest of your life, you got to make up for the college money. Isn't that crazy? Can't even buy a car because you got to pay the bill. But you got to, it's all about you. You got to stop doing that. Not think, as you were saying, you got to stop thinking about that. There is no you. Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
And you are trusting your enemy when you trust thoughts. I heard this story, not my story, but I heard about this. There was this captain of an army, military, and they went to war. And so while at war, he would send his lieutenant out to spy on the enemies, and so that they can get the secrets of the enemies, bring it back to the captain, and the captain can figure out how to destroy the enemy. Go out there and destroy the enemy, bring back all the secret, right? So the captain was trusting the lieutenant to bring back the secret. And this captain was like, okay, this is cool. They bring him back. This is cool. They would go out and fight some more. General, whatever they are. The head of the army and send the general out. I've never been in the military, so I don't know. Whomever in charge. And the general would give the information, they figure out, and every time they went out to fight the war, they would lose. They couldn't beat the enemy. And they did it over and over again. And then finally, the captain started to ask the general, am I right, or the other way around? The general asked the lieutenant. No, the general started to wonder, why I'm sending my lieutenant out and we're not winning. We keep losing. Every time we go out to fight with this information, we end up losing on the battlefield. And we are not winning. Why? And he found out, he discovered that his lieutenant had turned on him, and the lieutenant was giving the information to the enemy. Isn't that amazing? He found that out, and he was like, no wonder we're not winning. My lieutenant has turned on me, and we can't win. And so he stopped trusting, which one is in charge? The lieutenant?
The general's in charge.
Okay, he stopped trusting the lieutenant. Right, yeah. And when he stopped trusting the lieutenant, he won the battle. He won the war because the lieutenant has turned. And that's what you do with your thought. You trust the lieutenant, and the lieutenant turns on you. And you keep trusting the lieutenant. You keep going back to the lieutenant, asking the lieutenant, well, what are they doing now? What's the secret? What's the answer? How can we win this battle? You're not going to win this battle until you stop trusting the lieutenant. You got to stop trusting thoughts. Your thoughts, you keep consulting with thoughts, and they give you all wrong answers. But you still go back to them again. And the thoughts say, oh, it's going to work this time. And you go back and you try and he said, oh, it's going to work. And it doesn't work. You lose. And then you run right back to the lieutenant, get some more advice, and the same lieutenant give you bad advice. You trust it, and you go out and you lose. Can you relate to that? You trusted the lieutenant, and the lieutenant is giving your information to your enemy. Thoughts are consulting with thoughts, and telling you a lie. And you keep trusting them. You got to not trust the thought. You got to stop trusting the lieutenant about anybody. If your husband get mad at you, and for whatever reason, and he like, oh, don't bother me. Well, okay. If you get mad because he doesn't want to do or explain or whatever, it's in you. It's not about him. It's about you. The thoughts are telling you, look, this is a bad one. This is a terrible husband. I married the wrong guy. Don't believe that, because all of your issues are inside of you, not outside of you, and he has nothing to do with the way you feel about him and the way that he treats you. Zero. Not at all. Not at all. You got to become the cause of your life, not the effect. You got to become the cause. Most people are the cause and the effect. You could be the cause but not the effect if you stop living a double-minded life. Just do what's in front of you and don't listen to the thought. This cause and effect in your life are created by you, and most of you are affected by effects because you create some bad causes. So your outcomes are never good. You can have all things turn perfect for you, but you got to stop identifying with the false self. Any questions about that? Okay, let me take the young lady way in the back first. What do you think about that? And then here. Any day now. You speak English? Habla English? Or como te lo veo?
I wasn't.
Do you understand what I'm asking?
Oh, wasn't really paying attention.
I'm sorry?
I wasn't really paying attention.
Wow. Can you come up here and tell us why not? Come. Do you mind if she come? Come up to the altar and tell her what was going on.
Well,
Do you mind?
I was thinking of something, I don't know.
Do you mind coming and tell the world? The whole world gonna see you. Which do you go to obey, fear or freedom? Don't tell her what to do. Which will you obey, fear or freedom? There you go. Don't applaud. Don't do it. Do you mind coming up here? The whole world gonna see you. Come on up. Your daddy, your mama, the people who hate you. Come on over closer to me. See the camera. How about that, Nick? So, where were your mind when I asked that question?
I was thinking about something that happened earlier.
Okay, can you tell us about it?
Just on the way over here.
Speaking to the mic.
Just when we were coming over here. I don't know. Just that there was, I don't know.
Speak up a little bit.
That it's a nice day out. That's what I was thinking.
You were sitting over there thinking about a nice day?
Yes.
Well, must. So you were thinking about a nice day and missed the whole statement and question. What do you think about that?
Not good.
I know.
Yeah. Need to stay present.
Yeah.
Yes.
And why aren't you doing that?
I don't know. I just easily got distracted.
And who distracted you?
My mind.
And why do you obey your mind?
Maybe I shouldn't, right?
No, the question
Like,
was, why do you?
Why? I don't know. It was easy to wander out. Like,
It's what?
it was easy to like pay attention to my mind.
Yeah. Why do you come back to present? You realize, you know, I'm sitting in this meeting in my mind and think about the weather. Why do you catch it and bring it back?
Yeah.
No, why didn't you?
Oh. I don't know. It had
You sweating? Why are you sweating?
No, I'm like a bit nervous.
You're nervous? And why?
Standing up in front of here.
I'm sorry?
Standing here in front of everyone, yes.
And while you're nervous, look out there. And just human beings out there. Look at the people. Why are you nervous?
I don't know. Just, I guess, the fear of like standing in front of people.
I'm sorry?
The fear of standing in front of people.
And why should you be afraid to stand in front of people?
No, I shouldn't.
And why are you?
Just
look around the room as you speak.
Just, I guess, listening to my mind.
Yeah. And who is telling you to be nervous standing here?
My mind.
So when will you stop listening to that? When the thought tell you, the moment I said come up, immediately it said, oh God, oh Lord, why George? The moment I told you that, it started to work right away to tell you why you shouldn't go up there, what's going to happen, you're going to look crazy, people are going to think this, right? When will you stop listening to that and go through that so you can live in paradise? When will you stop listening to that? You got to start facing that so you can overcome it. When will you start facing it?
Well, I face it right now.
Yeah, you are. And how is it? Relax, just relax. Relax from head to toe. Let the thoughts go, totally relax. Look out amongst the room. Slowly look around the room. All right? Relax. Look at the people. What do you see?
Well, friendly faces.
I'm sorry?
Friendly faces.
Round faces?
Friendly faces.
Failing faces?
Friendly.
Friendly faces?
Friendly faces.
Oh, you think that look like friends out there?
Oh, I don't know.
I see monsters looking at you. And the young lady in the black, what does she have on? What color what does she have on?
A dress and some black, like some black covering.
I'm sorry?
A white dress.
And what else?
And like a cardigan.
Don't tell her, man. Mama, tell her in the office. In the audience, he's doing this. What's wrong with you, Ma? Let her grow. You stopping her growth. Amazing. So, are you relaxed a little bit now? A little better? Yes. And why are you relaxing now a little bit?
I'm kind of getting used to being up here, I guess.
The thoughts are starting to fade away. The fear is fading away. And when you face the fear, I promise you, it'll fade away. And eventually there'll be no fear, and you can go amongst 1,000 and think nothing about it. You can be anywhere in the world and be free. But you gotta face that. Opportunity come, go with that opportunity. And don't think about the outcome. Don't think, oh God, if I go up there, I'm gonna look crazy. That's the outcome. You're not looking, don't you feel better right now? Do you?
Yeah. Yes.
Right on. The fear is fading away, the thoughts are fading away. It's not you. All right?
Oh, so
Isn't this fun?
no, not really.
Not really. Why not? It should be fun.
I mean,
facing this.
Well, like it's not fun, but yeah, it's I'm glad to get over a fear.
Right on. Absolutely. Before you leave, why the biblical question? You know the biblical question?
No.
Why do we need a pope? Did you hear the pope died? The pope was sick. Why do we need a pope? That's the biblical question from last week.
Well, in my opinion, I don't think we need a pope.
You know? Have you ever been a pope follower?
No.
So you were never Catholic?
Well, I am Catholic, but I'm not, like, I grew up Catholic, but I'm not really religious, I guess.
Speak up and look at the audience when you're speaking. Look at the audience, not up. Don't look up there.
I guess I'm not, I grew up Catholic, but I'm not really, like, 100% religious.
Oh, good.
That.
So we don't need a pope.
Well, I mean, I don't, I don't know, but I don't see the reason why he's there.
I'm sorry?
I don't see the reason why he's there, I guess.
Right. Nice. One last question. Would you let a man control you? Sorry, boyfriend. That's your boyfriend? Is that your husband or boyfriend?
Boyfriend.
Would you let him control you?
Well, I mean, obey? You mean obey or? Yes, I guess.
What?
To some extent, I guess, yes.
Meaning what?
Meaning that, well, a woman is supposed to follow the man, right?
Right. You will for that reason. What is it about him that you will let him control you? What is it about him that you said, tell you, this is a good one?
Wait, what do you mean?
Anything good about him?
Yes.
Like what? He's like, you better get it right, or you're gonna have to walk home in the sunshine. The world is watching. Australia, Nicaragua, Alabama, Mexico.
Well, you're asking why is he a good person?
What is it? Yeah.
Well, I guess everything.
You like everything about him? Everything good?
Everything's good.
So you never get angry and give him trouble?
No.
You don't give him a hard time?
No.
You obey? Is that true? He's saying yes. Oh, get in the mic.
Yeah.
She obeyed?
Yeah.
Were you nervous when you thought she was going to tell the truth?
What was that?
Were you nervous?
No, that is the truth. No.
That is the truth? And what is it like having a woman that obeys you? For you, what's that like?
It's totally the opposite of when a woman doesn't obey you.
It's difficult, huh?
Yeah, when they don't, it's just because I've had other relationships where it was the opposite of that, and it was bad.
What's good about her? Now you're nervous.
I just think she has a good head on her, and she listens, and she could see nuances of stuff.
Right on.
Like I changed her mind about Trump and stuff. So
You did?
yeah.
Amazing. Well, you got a good one. So, what is it like seeing her here overcoming her fears right now? What are you thinking about her overcoming it right now?
It's good.
Yeah. Any other questions or anything?
No.
You want to stay here for the whole next hour?
No.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Nice. One other person is dying to come up here. And then I want to get, I saw you. You had your hand? No. Okay. Okay. Come on up, the young lady. Hi. Are you nervous?
A little bit, yeah.
Look at the audience. And why are you nervous a little bit?
'Cause everyone's down there and I'm up here.
Meaning what?
I don't know, everyone's just looking at me.
And why is that making you nervous?
I guess I'm not as nervous as I thought I would be. It's just a little bit odd.
In what way?
Everyone's
The
looking at me.
whole world is looking at you.
Yeah.
Your mama.
Yeah.
Hey, mama. Russia.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you feel a little nervous.
Yeah.
And why?
I guess I'm more of a introvert,
What does that mean?
kind of more quiet, so being up here is like a little bit out of my comfort zone.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
And who is telling you to be nervous?
My thoughts.
And why are you listening to them?
I'm trying not to.
By doing what?
Not paying attention to them.
Yeah. When I gave that example, how the thoughts are your enemy, and they
Mhm.
always give you information that will cause you to lose the battle. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
In what type of sense? In what way?
Because
What'd
when
you
you
get from
are
that?
in your thoughts, you're not thinking clearly, you're not present, and then you can't, I don't know, you're just not thinking with a clear, level-minded head.
Yeah.
And like you're following the thoughts, and the thoughts don't always want you to do good things, or they don't want you to succeed.
Will you stop listening to them?
Yeah, I'm working on that.
Did you go and forgive your mother?
Yeah.
You forgave your mother?
Yeah.
How did that go?
It took a while, but it was like a long conversation we had, and after that, it's like our relationship's a lot better now.
Right on. So look out at the audience and any questions for her? She's from Canada. She's going to be coming to 51st state. Soon. No questions? Any questions about anything?
No.
No? All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Amazing. You got to face the fears. Really. It's not real. It's abnormal to be angry. Being angry is evil. There's nothing good, and it's all inside of you. And to the ladies, I want to tell you this, that I urge you to do this. Never, ever, ever let a man push you around. Do not let a man control you. A real man would not even attempt to control you. It's a man that's pretending to be a real man that's trying to control you because he's insecure. He's lost. He's not himself. What is natural, that's why I said each individual has to work on themselves. Ladies, you're responsible for your own self. You're responsible to overcome that fallen state, the anger, the fear, the doubt, the loneliness, that fallen state. No man can make you overcome that at all. He cannot help you overcome that. Only God, only truth can help the one that want it. So he's not responsible for that. And guys, you are responsible for you. The woman is not responsible to help you overcome that. I had one lady tell me that She was mad at her husband because her husband won't tell her what to do. He won't think for her. She needed to make decisions about the children at times, and the husband, she needed the husband to help, but the husband won't help her. I'm like, that's so dumb, I never heard anything like that. How is it that you're expecting to have a person around you at all times that they're going to make decisions for you? Think about that. And who do you think is helping the man make the right decision? God is helping the man that's working on himself to make decisions. That same God will help you make the right decision. He will work. You got to do the same thing. You got to forgive. You got to do the silent prayer. You got to stay present. And the same God that is helping him will help you. And you will work together at times, but you can make your own decisions. And so, and these women who will listen to these men because they won't make their own decisions, they'll get beat up, abused, yelled at, no love, no patience, or anything. And they're like, oh, I gotta follow the man. That's not what that means. A man that's overcoming, he will become a real man. He will become a whole person. And in that state of being, the woman will have no other choice but to follow him. She will just follow him because she will be a whole woman. And the order of God will work naturally. It won't be a fight. And she will love to follow him without him even telling her to do it, because the natural order will come together. And she would love that man not because of what he has or don't have. It won't be based on any of that. It would be based on him being a real man, a whole man. And that the spirit of love would draw you together. It would be for love, not for any material things. Can he take care of me or not? You wouldn't even be concerned about that. That's the way you're supposed to come together and make it work. You're not supposed to be trying to make relationships work. You're not supposed to be fighting. You're not supposed to be worried. You're not supposed to be concerned if it's going to work or not. You are never supposed to put one iota into making a relationship work. If you got to make it work, it ain't working, it ain't going to work. Life is like that. If you try to make life work, it ain't going to work. But if you let life work, it will work. It can't fail if you let it happen. It will work on its own. All things work that way for those who stay present. You come out of this illusion. It's an illusion. Stop fighting. Lay your weapons down. Lay your weapons down with the devil in your mind, and lay your weapons down as far as fighting with other people. Stop fighting. You don't need to fight. You have nothing to prove. You don't owe anyone any explanation about anything. You don't need a press conference. Really. And when you do this, I promise you, everybody, you will be in charge of your own world. And not only your own world, your own universe. You will be in control, and you will be able to go anywhere and have no thought about it at all. And you will influence the world because they're going to see the light in you. They're going to see something in you that you're not even thinking about. You're not thinking, oh, walking around, I'm the light. You won't think about that. You will have no thoughts at all. You will just be free, and you will live your life. You were created to live that way, not the way you're living. You were not created to fight with other people. There are so many people out there fighting over different causes. Everybody wants their cause, and they out with picket signs. They're not going to change anything. It ain't going to change. The way to change the world, you got to change the heart. You got to change the heart. Change the heart, and you can influence the heart in other people by being the light. They'll see something that's different about you. You're not overreacting. You're not afraid. They will see something, and that can influence them to change. But you're not going to influence with a picket sign. You're not going to influence by arguing and fighting, trying to prove things to people. You're not built You're not supposed to do this. It's abnormal. You're in a fallen state. It's not your life. That makes sense? Any question about that? The young lady in the white. Any of that?
No, I agree with you.
And why?
Because I've realized that last couple of weeks have been deep reflection for me. I realized that we don't own this body that we have, and the thoughts are completely not ours.
Yeah.
I'm lucky to have a couple of people around me who constantly remind me in a situation where I'm constantly fighting lots of demons in my head.
Yeah.
I have people around me that keep telling me, you are not God, and this is not over. Leave it on Him. This is not the end, and this is not the beginning. This is nothing. This is just life taking its course. And don't listen to your thoughts, because you don't know what's going to happen in the future. You don't know how your kids are going to react to what's going on. The things that are playing in my mind, oh my God, these kids are going to be traumatized. Oh my God, this is going to reflect on their life. I'm not God. What if it doesn't? So
Matter of fact, if you think about, oh, the kids are going to be traumatized, right then and there, you're traumatizing the kids. Because that's your thought, those are your thoughts, and you're going to impose that on the kids. The kids don't know anything about traumatizing unless you traumatize them. And so even that thought in you is being passed on to the children. Really. But go ahead.
What I meant traumatizing is that this situation that is happening is going to kind of play in their heads as if I don't do the right thing, it will play in their heads in the future that this is what family is going to look like, this is what every man or every woman is going to do, this is what I'm going to do to my future. That's the thought, that's the trauma I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I'm
even
learning.
That, thinking that will pass it on to the children too. This is how evil is passed on to generation after generation. Your thoughts are doing it. Really, your thoughts are doing it. If you didn't think it, so is a man thinking, so he is, right? If you didn't think it, you wouldn't traumatize the children. You wouldn't even traumatize the world if you didn't think it. You influence the world with good. The light will always influence for the good. And it's in every human being to do that if you come to the light. But if you think it, you don't know the power you have in thoughts. There's a right thought, but don't try to think about the right thought. If you think about the right thought, you think about the wrong one. But there are right thoughts that can change the world. Really. And it's inside of you. But you got to have the right thoughts. And don't be letting the devil tell you what the right thoughts are. When you get rid of these wrong thoughts, the right thought will happen. It's going to blow your mind. You have all of you, men and women, the same power that Christ had and has is in you. It's inside of you. But your thoughts, those thoughts and emotions, and thinking of yourself as a sinner. Do you know some people think that they're a sinner? How crazy can you be? You got to be out of your mind to think that you're a sinner. Anybody ever thought of that? That they were a sinner? See all the crazy people you're afraid of? When you were looking out, you were seeing demons. You think that you're a sinner. Where did that come from? Yeah, church. Do you think you're a sinner? The young lady that was.
I used to.
And why?
Because I was listening to someone else, and I had put my trust into someone else that was telling me I was a sinner. And I had so much trust that was not coming from the right place.
Yes.
And I was trusting that person's word that I was a sinner. Now I'm learning completely to surrender. Any situation, any person.
Absolutely.
anything that is happening in my life is extremely painful. I've surrendered to that too.
Nice. I want you to know, let me see the center hands. Why did you think, the young man in black, why did you think you were a sinner? You still think that?
No.
Why did you think that before?
Just growing up in the church, it's in the Bible, the word sinner. You just identify with it.
But in the Bible, the only thing it talks about changing is the heart. You would change the name, but you would change the heart. And the heart needs to be changed. It's the heart of evil. Anyone that has anger has hatred, and Satan is your God, right? And so God would change the heart. And once the heart changed, your whole world would change. Everything would change. And in that heart is not you. It's just your unwillingness to forgive because you love the wickedness of the heart. You love judging. You love being afraid. You love being lonely. You love being suicidal. You love your... And loving those things are demons. Those emotions are demons. And you love the demons. But you, the real you, have never been one with the demon until you accept it as you. The moment you say, I am a sinner, you'll be agreeing with the demons.
This was like when I was like 16 years old, though. This
Yeah.
is when you're
I
lost.
understand.
You're
I grew up that way, too.
So eventually you learn to who you really are and stuff like that. And you start to overcome, like truly overcome, not like the Christian overcome or whatever.
Right on.
But yeah, so at one point I did, but now I don't identify with any of that.
If you read the Bible, now with the right spirit, you're going to see God sent Christ to tell us who we really are and to free us from the world, to overcome the world, not to condemn the world, but to overcome it. So by letting us know who we really are, we're sons and daughters of God. The greater is he that's in us than he that's in the world. Don't think about your imagination. All thoughts are all lies all the time. Your thoughts are not my thoughts. My thoughts are not yours. Be of love and not hate. Love one another, because in loving one another, they're going to see the light in you. You can point the right way. But to love one another, if you don't love one another, you hate one another. You're one with the devil. That they have, just as you have never done anything wrong, they have never done anything wrong. It was never them. It was a false illusion that they identify with as kids. You have no reason to feel guilty. A lot of people feel guilt. Anyone else feel guilt? Isn't that crazy? You see all the crazy people you're afraid of up here? Why would you feel guilt if you've never done anything wrong? Think about that. It was never you. Think about that. You will walk around with a truckload of guilt. And who is guilty? Do you know God does not see you that way at all? He doesn't see you as a sinner. That's why he said change the heart. Stop hating, stop playing God. He doesn't see you as a sinner. And then he said, I'll take away the old nature, the ego nature, fear, sex addict, drug addict, drag queen addict, homosexual addict, lesbian addict, looking for love, trying to please, trying to satisfy. He takes that old nature away from you. It's not your nature. Worry, depressed, that's not you. And God is not holding that against you because he knows it's not you, but you don't know it. Isn't that crazy? You are free. The real you, none of those things are you. Or yours, and you've never done anything. Yes, sir. Right on. Is there? I forgot. This young lady want to respond. Is it helping a little bit? Yes. It's all in the mind. It's not in you. Did you have a question? Comment? Oh, okay. It's not in you. Stop listening to your friend, the lieutenant. Lieutenant, right? Who's in charge of the army? The general was in charge, and he sent out his lieutenant, right? Stop sending out to your lieutenant, and they'll bring you back bad advice. And you lose the war every time. And you keep sending the same lieutenant out. Are you crazy? Why do you consult with the same lieutenant? Isn't that deep? You go back to the same, oh, my marriage is not working. That's crazy. Let me go to the lieutenant. I'm going to send the lieutenant out to find out why. You send him out, he come back with information, and you think, it's going to work now, I'm going to do that. And then it doesn't work, and the lieutenant laughing because the lieutenant knows that he'd bring you back false information. And he knows that you're going to consult with him again. The same lieutenant. Why don't you stop? You are free. Christ told you you're free. He said, stop listening to the thought. What do? You make a home in thoughts. I have a friend, and then I got to end this. I have a friend who loves overloading himself. And then I'll take your hand, buddy. And he goes around deliberately taking on everybody's problems. Everybody. Mama, the cat, the dog, the brother, the sister, everybody. Literally takes it on. And then at the end of the day, he was like, oh, I'm so tired. It's been a long, rough day. I had to do this for Mama, I had to do this for this, and I had to do this for this, and I'm just so tired. I'm like, why don't you get somebody to help you? They ain't gonna help. So I'm like, well, why do you feel responsible for somebody else's issue? My daddy told me to do it. Daddy dead. Don't do it. And they will not stop. They won't stop. If they solve one issue, they're going to look up and down the road for another problem. Anybody else like that? Yeah. Why do you take on somebody else's issue? That doesn't make sense to me. And he got a bucket load of them. Somebody else's issue. And they're just partying up. While he's worried about them, they having a party. Really, they ain't cussing. They know he got it. And he's stressed. But you can't tell them, hey, you shouldn't be taking on other people's problems. Let them suffer through it. Let them die through it. You don't see God try to take them on? God will help you. If you ask for help, he'll show you how to overcome. Otherwise, he will leave you in your hell. He'll let you suffer. So you got to stop listening to thoughts. When you stop listening to thoughts, those fake thoughts will fade away, and you start making decisions, you're going to see the real power that you have, men and women. And women are supposed to want you not because of what you have or don't have. They should want you because you are a real man. You're whole. You're one. And they will love you if you lived in a hut because they love your spirit. They're living by your spirit, with you, one with your spirit. Not because of what you have or don't have, or what you can or cannot do. Women, don't take a man for any other reason than that. That's why you should only seek the kingdom of God, and God will put the right man or white woman in your life. And don't be talking about my husband won't make the decision, and she's watching that high. I can't believe that. I'm mad at him because he won't make a decision. I'm like, why can't you make the decision? Well, I want to follow him. No, not that kind of following. I mean, obey him, she says. I want to obey him. That ain't the right kind of obey. I got to start telling people too. That ain't the right obey. All right? Wake up so you can see the right obey. Yes, sir.
You said no one's done anything wrong. No one's a sinner, right?
Right.
Well, everything you said about that just now, actually a lot of people believe that.
Right.
But they use that to justify their bad actions. Have you ever heard the phrase, only God can judge me?
Yes.
So a lot of people say that, but yet they continue to do bad things. And if no one's done anything wrong, then why do we have prisons?
because the law of the land have to contain you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll go to completely out of control because you're not following the law of the heart. So you need the law of the land to contain you. Otherwise, you start going over to Ralph stealing and walking out with the bag, stealing stuff. You will start
knocking down
breaking into
older
white people
people.
home and robbing. You knock people out on the street because you're not contained by the law of the heart. You will go absolutely out of control.
But that's
So you
that's
need
wrong.
the law of
That's-
the land.
the people are doing something wrong, you know, and they.
No, they're not. They're not doing wrong.
I mean, if someone hits you, is that wrong?
You said someone what?
So like if they hit you, like
Well, if you're
some
supposed to-
random person in the street just comes, like some homeless
Well,
guy
common
just.
sense says you're supposed to protect yourself physically.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I'm talking about that. You're supposed to do that. I'm not talking about that.
Yeah.
Who don't understand what I mean by you've never done anything wrong? Who do you understand it? I do. Right on. You let a woman beat you out.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, like some people use it like to justify that. Oh, you know, only God can judge me.
But then,
but
but it sounds like you're talking about two different things.
yeah, no, but like I think it kind of goes to what you're saying. No one's done anything wrong.
Right.
So, I guess it kind of connects to what that phrase "only God can judge me." Like,
Well, God is
like the
not going to
people who
judge
say-
you, by the way, because God already knows it's not you.
Like
He knows that you've been influenced
we're no one to judge, right?
Right.
So why do we have judges? You know,
because you're playing God. Oh, why you have judges of the
yeah,
land?
like for people
Tell
who
him
do-
why we have judges. I just tried to tell him, but he didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Why do we need judges of the land?
Law of the land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
so
need
people
judges to judge the criminals to bring
Good
them
and
back
bad.
from El Salvador.
Good and evil.
Yeah. Yeah, but you say, and then you've got to change their heart, but most people never change their heart, you know.
And they suffer and die.
Yeah, but meantime, they're hurting us physically,
I'm
robbing
sorry?
us, beating us up, you know, us, you know, the general public, you know, like people who are victims.
They go to prison.
Yeah. So, but
They go to El Salvador's
yeah,
prison.
send them over there, right?
Right.
Yeah, I'm saying because I was a victim of robbery. Like they didn't rob me physically; they broke into my garage and stole some stuff.
They should go
Black
to jail.
guys.
They should go to jail.
Yeah, but we have some surveillance, but I don't think they'll do anything. But yeah.
Right. But
It's tough, man.
that's
You
because
gotta be
they
careful
want
out here. Yeah.
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 Thank you, buddy. I mean, yes.
Jesse, I have a quick question. I've been hearing a lot of different stories about this, but I still can't wrap my head around it. If we all know that whatever we've done, not us, but whatever the spirits, the evil that we're fighting, the good and bad that we're fighting inside of us, when we confess, we go to God, it will be forgiven, and it is already forgiven because Jesus went on the cross for us.
Right.
So I'm sure a lot of other people that do a lot of bad things, they already know about that too. So where is the, like, if everyone knows they can live the life they want, they can rob and get wealthy and all the dirty things, and at the end, if they know they can go to God, say sorry, and they are already forgiven, why isn't everyone doing it? I'm not saying it's the right thing to do,
Right.
but if everyone knows they are already forgiven, what's the, like,
Interesting question. Hate want to respond to that, and then I'll put my 2 cents in.
I was distracted.
She said that if everyone knows that they can go to God and God will forgive them, and they like all their life they're committing crimes and doing bad things and stuff like that, and all they know that God gonna forgive. Am I right? Give her the mic, please. Thank you.
so if everyone knows they can go, men go live out the dirty life, women go do the dirty life, steal and rob and get wealthy and all that stuff, and they know that they're gonna go to God and God is gonna forgive them, kind of why isn't everyone doing it? Or where is the balance there coming?
Why isn't everybody doing what?
I mean, if they know that they're going to do all kinds of bad things and they're going to be forgiven, good people know that and they keep themselves away from those kind of stuff, but people know it too, that they're going to be forgiven. Kind of, why isn't it allowed for everyone to do it? If they know anyways, God is going to forgive them.
I don't know if people really know that. I think that people kind of know that and they take it the wrong way, like what Alex, I think, is it Daniel, was describing.
Who is Daniel?
Daniel, right? Isn't he Daniel? Or is he Alex? The guy who was the Mexican guy who was just asking that question.
Oh,
Well,
Daniel.
people say only God can judge
Daniel,
me.
yeah.
I don't think that they realize that, or they wouldn't be doing it. I don't think that if we really knew that we were forgiven, that we would continue living that messy, evil, dirty life. Because that's actually, I think it's just miserable. It's a miserable life.
They don't know it. They don't know who they are. They think they are the criminal. They think they are this and they are that. They think, so that's why they are doing it. If they knew who they were, they would never do that. It would be impossible. And so by not knowing who they are, they don't even know God has already forgiven them, and it's not them. So they don't know. What do you think about that?
It wasn't convincing.
I'm sorry?
It wasn't convincing.
Meaning what?
Meaning, I don't see it.
You think that they do know what they're doing?
Yes, the particular person that comes to my mind knows very well that it's wrong.
But they don't know. In their mind, they think it's right. They really do. Yes, James. And then Nick. Oh, here. Oh, okay. Yes, yes.
It's not just that they know it's not just that they don't know that it's wrong, and they also don't know what's right. Like they don't know that they're forgiven, and not just gonna be, but already are. Because it sounds like you think that they think that they're right, being wrong, but they don't know that they're wrong in the way that they think that they're right, and they're right in the way that they think that they're wrong.
Amazing. That makes sense?
It makes sense. If everyone knows, I'm not saying we should do it.
Let me ask this. If a wife, if a woman had a husband, and her husband wanted to leave her, and she cried about it, would she be right?
No,
Would she be wrong?
she will be wrong.
Would she think she's right for crying?
If she thought she was right for crying, she was not right for crying.
But she would be thinking she's right, right?
Yes.
Does that help you?
Yes.
Huh? That's right.
Is that true?
Yeah. 100% true.
Jesse, Jesus cried on the cross to his Father.
What? What did she say?
She said she cried on the cross. Jesus cried on the cross.
Oh.
Take this cup away
He
from
wanted
me.
some water. They gave him vinegar. No. But Jesus cried. But what happened on the cross, just before he dropped his body, is what everybody's living in already. Anyone that has anger, loneliness, suicidal thought, emptiness, you are not one with God. So God stepped away for a minute so he could go through what he had to go through. And he missed it, he knew it in the same way you know that God is not with you. When you're crying, when you're lonely, when you're sad, when you're depressed, when you're suicidal, the reason you're feeling that way because God is not with you. And Jesus had to go through that so we can go through it.
That's deep.
That was ego death.
Yeah.
You got to go through the ego death in order to get back to the Father. That's a good question, absolutely. Isn't that amazing? You got to go through this. You got to go. You got to face. When I said come up on the stage, right away, okay, here I come. And in your mind, the Satan would say, oh, people are going to be looking. You're going to sound stupid. You're going to be this. You're going to be afraid. Go through that hell anyway. It's not you. Same thing. Yes, sir.
I just wanted to add something really quick to what
Yeah.
she said. I liked her question, and it's a deep one. Like you say, and what I've come to understand is that it's a spiritual battle that we're going through, and people are truly possessed.
Yes.
And it's really, to me, as simple as that, and that's all I wanted to say.
Absolutely, man. Right here. Okay.
Actually, what he just said.
This is so much fun. Isn't that so much fun? Aren't you glad you came from Canada to fellowship? Nice. I love fellowship. Yes.
So I agree what he said. Since you say heaven is here on earth, so I think all the criminals that they think they get away with whatever they're doing, they are living in hell and they don't know. So they can do all the crime they want, but for us it's different. They can do the crime to me, but I don't live in hell, so it'll pass.
Absolutely.
And it'll be gone, but they're constantly living in hell. So I think that's the
Absolutely.
because we don't, once we die, like you said, you're in peace, you're gonna,
Jesus came and he told us if you want life, if you want to live, you must die. And you're like, okay, I'm going to do it so you'll see what I'm talking about. You must die. You must die from this illusion. You must die from this false self. You must die from looking for love and looking for this and looking for that. You must stop identifying with the world. Your house is the physical home you live in is just a physical home. It burned down, okay, it burned down. Car accident, it was a car accident, but it wasn't my accident. I can fix the car. No need to cry, no need to worry, no need to be afraid. Take care of it. It didn't do anything to you, it happened to the car. But if you're one with the car, you're gonna feel like it happened to you. Oh God, I can't sleep tonight, my car broke. And you up all night over a car. Think about that. You up all night because your wife or your husband left. That doesn't even make sense. Your wife, your husband want to leave? Bye. Do you want the kids? Which one or the other? Take the kids. Don't identify with anybody or anything. Stop identifying. Jesus told you that. Only identify with the truth. And the truth is everything. And the truth will never let you down. It works for you day and night. It's so crazy we live an delusional life. Really. Everyone that has anger is crazy. Yes.
I have a question so you say like you got to face your fears, and I agree with that, and I faced a lot of them since. But then at the same time, I recall you sometimes saying that you shouldn't try to do something like if you're
you shouldn't try to what?
You shouldn't try to do something like if you want to like quit smoking, or for instance, I recall you saying like don't try to quit smoking.
Right.
But isn't that like a fear you should face that you're afraid that you can't quit?
No.
Or like how does that interplay work?
If you're afraid you can't quit, just be afraid. But you can't use fear to try to overcome it. You have to see that you have the fear that I'm not going to overcome it, but then work on yourself, watch it, be aware, and you will overcome it. You will go through it.
So some things that you fear you don't immediately want to confront until you understand it is kind of what you're
No,
saying?
you should confront all fears when you see it. Am I
Like you're saying you should confront all fears when you feel it. So like if I say I want to stop smoking cigarettes, isn't that like a fear I have, or like that I don't stop because?
If you're thinking in thoughts that you're never going to stop, then that's a problem. I can't stop. That's a fear. But be aware of that, and yet work on yourself anyway. It'll be taken away.
I'll just stick with it.
Yeah, stay with it. Stay with it. All right. Did y'all understand his question? Was the answer okay? It was, yeah. You face the fear by knowing that you are afraid. Don't deny that you have the fear, that the fear is there. Don't call it you, but don't deny it. Just be aware of it. And it's the awareness, which is the light of God, would take it away. All right? Okay. Did you have a question, Nick? No?
I was just going to add to a few things.
I'm sorry?
I was going to add to a few things, but we can move on.
Okay. You had a question, Raymond? Statement? Yes.
Just a question to the woman who was concerned about people have confusing freedom with license. Is this woman aware of of a saying that the price of freedom is eternal vigilance?
Yes. She said yes.
As long as she remembers that, she doesn't have to worry about what others do.
Absolutely. Nice. I want to encourage you, take your mind completely off anyone else, because all your issues are in here. And when you look out there at the world, you're looking at your world that you created from within. It's coming from you. It's not coming from anyone else. It's coming from you. What is she saying to you? What Mama said?
No, I was saying I was understanding what she was saying, but I kept remembering what you were just saying because it's happening to ourselves. So you're worried about whether the other person is doing right or wrong, but you shouldn't because it's not your concern. You have to worry about you only.
Because whatever he's doing is not happening to you, period.
Yeah.
It's in your mind. What is happening to you is happening in your head.
Yeah.
And it's telling you that it's happening to you, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't have those thoughts, whatever he did, what do you bother you?
Exactly, yeah.
It wouldn't bother you at all. You are your world.
Mhm.
Okay, so let me do this because of time. To the new visitors, any questions or comments, the young lady?
No.
No, was this helpful today?
Yeah.
In what way? What way?
For one, you putting me on the spot and kind of helping me get over like my fear and like not listen to my thoughts. And I do agree about like the whole man and woman in the relationship and everything. And yeah, it's not about control, and it is kind of like teamwork and being present. And I agree with all of that.
Right on. When you stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. Really, just stay with it.
Yeah.
And nobody can make you feel anything. You're feeling that in your own mind. And you're blaming them.
Yeah.
All right? No. Any questions? No?
No.
How about you? Your first time from Sweet Home, Canada. Any questions or disagreements or anything?
No disagreements. I'm going to watch it again because there was a lot of things I took from it.
Yeah.
So I want to watch it again and think about it.
Was this helpful a little bit today?
Yeah.
In what way, small way?
I like how you're saying that everything you're seeing is what you're creating through your thoughts, through your what you're from the inside is the world you're seeing outside.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about that a lot.
Nice. I want you all to know it's happening in you. It ain't happening out there. It's in your head. It's in your emotions, which are not you. Everything. Right? Yes, sir. So any questions? Any other questions there? All right. Thanks for coming. This is your first time too, right?
Yes.
Any questions or comments or anything?
Can I come back?
Absolutely. I would encourage you to come back. These fellowships, if it wasn't for these fellowships over the last 35 years, I don't know if I know what I know. I've learned so much from human beings. Other people, I listen when they speak, whether I disagree or agree. I neither agree or disagree, I listen. And I learn, and it's mind-blowing, so absolutely.
Thank you.
All right. And this is your first time, right? No, you've been here before. Oh, okay.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
You were speaking about opportunity.
Yes.
And should we consider a good opportunity versus a bad opportunity, or should it just be like trust in like the knowing within whether it's a good opportunity or a bad opportunity? Like, what can you speak more on that?
If you only pay attention to the truth, to good, how would you even think about a bad opportunity? How would that come to your mind?
So opportunities come our way. So long as we're living a single-minded life, then whatever opportunity comes our way, we should see it as a good one.
If you're living in the present, God only give you good opportunities.
Okay.
He's never going to give you a bad opportunity.
So when we're being double-minded and lost in our thoughts, and then something comes our way, then we should be more
That's right.
aware of what's
Absolutely.
going on in front of us.
Do
Okay.
you understand that? He did not bring your sinners here empty-handed. He made a way where we can have an amazing life. He wants you to have fun. He wants you to have a big house. He wants you to have a business or a job. He wants you to have whatever you want. Just don't get an identity from it. So he's going to always give you opportunity. You are his children. He's a better father than your earthly father. Yeah. And so when he gives you that opportunity, but you got to be aware of that. Oh, Satan tell you this is. If Satan tell you it's opportunity, not opportunity. But if it's an opportunity without you having to think about it, it's an opportunity. And what's going to happen? It's going to lead to something else, to something else, to something else, to something else. You find yourself doing something else. It's just going to work out, and you have an empire. But you got to not be double-minded. Men and women. The opportunities are always there. And anyone who say that they're a victim, who believe or think that they're a victim, they don't know who they are. They're lost in their head and emotion. All right, any questions? Yes, sir.
So talking about opportunity, what if an opportunity, for example, like a house, you get a bigger house, what if that opportunity starts in your head, starts to seem like too much?
Then drop the thought about it. Because let's say that you get a big house, and right away the devil gonna say, you can't pay for no big house. How about the house note? How about the insurance? Mm-hmm. Don't bother with that. Don't even think about that. You have the house. You will be given to know how to pay for the house. It will happen. It will happen if you don't be double-minded.
Okay.
You will take care of the house. You're gonna find a job. You're gonna do some work. You're gonna take your time, and it will work.
Yeah, I do see that things always work out like that. Like you'll find a job right at the last minute. But like, so just don't listen to those thoughts that are like, oh, look, you barely have any money. Like, you should have not moved out. Just don't.
Don't listen to that at all. Don't be double-minded. That's what it means to be double-minded. You got the house, now the thoughts tell you can't pay for it. Or you're not gonna have enough money. You can't go to dinner at Roscoe.
Every Friday.
It's gonna tell you all that. Don't pay that any attention.
Just roll with it.
Just roll with it. I like that. Okay. Every house that I've gotten in my whole life, I didn't have the money to pay for it. I didn't. But I never thought that I wasn't going to be able to pay for it. And so far I've been able to pay for every one I've had. Okay. It's the thinking that makes you think, don't do that. God will take, you'll take care of it, don't worry.
Yeah, because like an opportunity came out and I went for it. And like I'm a new truck driver. So I figured like, oh, okay, I'm going to be okay because I'm going to, truck driving. But it's not really, since I'm a new driver, it's not like a lot of, days. And so it's just.
So don't think about I'm going to be okay because
it.
I'm a truck driver. You just go to work, do your job, use your money while you'll pay for the house, don't worry.
I just get my experience in.
Yes, it'll be fine. Do not get into, I'm a truck driver, I need 800 hours before I make real money, I gotta drive 67 miles before I can get my own. Don't get into that thought. Okay. Take it one day at a time, one moment, and you'll be fine.
Okay, got it.
That makes sense?
Yes.
Yeah, stay away from thoughts about that.
Okay.
Y'all understand that? So listen, you are free, the real you. You're on your way back to the Father. You've been lost in the wilderness of your imagination. Now that you're all here, because you wouldn't be here if you weren't working on yourself, you are returning to the Father. And on your way back to the Father's taking care of everything. You're just not accustomed to Him doing it, but He's doing it. So stay present. Whatever has happened, don't think about it at all. All you have is right now. Never call yourself a sinner or a saint, good or evil, right or wrong. You have never done anything wrong. You're not guilty in God's eyes. God knows that it was never you, but you were influenced. You were absolutely influenced. You were influenced. It was never you. Stop calling it you. It's a it. It is not you. Those are demons. Do you understand that they are demons? Those feelings and stuff are demons? Yeah. And what do you understand about it?
I understand that they're not you because I see them. I just see them. And sometimes I see things out of the corner of my eye.
And how about fear? You see the fear in you when it comes?
Yeah, it's like a spark.
Yes.
And then it goes away. My fear goes away.
Absolutely.
Before I used to like feel it for days probably.
Fear would not let you go to work. Some people can't go to work because they have fear. They have fear. They won't get up and go to work. The fear say, oh, Lord, you can't do it at work today. You might want to take a month off. And they call it stress and anxiety. And then they go and get medication like they're supposed to help them. Yeah. Absolutely. So stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. I promise you it'll work. I promise you you're doing fine. It's not you. It's not you. Those thoughts are not your thoughts. My biblical question, so no one knows what the Pope is supposed to be doing, right? No one knows what the Pope job is. You know? Oh, it's real fast, tell me.
I mean, they could probably wait till next week.
Okay, because of
Time's
time.
up, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine, yeah.
But can you call my show and say, hey, Justin, the Pope's supposed to be washing dishes.
Friday when I can, because usually during the week I work.
Oh, I see, okay. Well, real fast, tell me what the Pope's supposed to do. Make it short.
He is the successor to Simon Peter, because in the scripture, it's Jesus when he renamed.
No, but what's his job? Simon Peter was never a Pope.
He's the leader of the Catholic Church.
And what is he supposed to be doing?
Well, he's supposed to, give mass every Monday, every Sunday, give church, and then
that's
give
when
a
he come
sermon.
out Friday and wave at everybody?
Give sermons, give sermons, and just the leader, be the leader, and
of what?
And then give his advice to the world. Preach the word of God, and just like any pastor.
That's what the
only at
Pope
a high, fancy level. Yeah.
Yeah, he got an expensive home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, does he pay for that, or y'all paying rent?
All the donations, every Sunday when people give money, they send part of it over there.
What a mess!
Yeah, I mean, it's no different than any other church, like those big mega churches.
Right.
Only it's at a higher worldwide level than.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Right on. You know he dead, right? Did you cry when he died?
Yeah, huh?
Did
I cry?
Did you cry when the Pope died?
No, I didn't really cry.
Oh, okay.
No.
When they cried,
it was bound to happen,
Right.
It's not going to happen to us one
Thank
day.
you.
So yeah.
My biblical question: can you make a conscious decision? Can you make a conscious decision? That's my biblical question. And you say yes or no? Uh-huh.
I think probably yes.
And you say, can you make a conscious decision?
Yes.
Can you make a conscious decision?
Yes. Is that enough?
Can you make a conscious decision?
Yes.
Raymond, you had your hand. Can you make a conscious decision?
No.
Can you make a conscious decision?
You can make it, but it's going to be the wrong one.
Can you make a conscious decision?
I feel like yes.
Omi, what you say?
Big fat, I don't know.
You don't know? Francisco, what do you say? Can you make a conscious decision?
Sure.
The anchor baby.
I'm afraid to go with the crowd, but that's what that's my answer. I
What?
think yes. I think
You
I
think
can.
yes?
I think I can.
And what did you say?
Yes.
You say yes. And you say yes?
Yes.
Amazing. What do you say?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. What do you say?
I don't know.
Nice. And you say?
I don't know either.
And what do you say?
No sabo.
See.
I don't know.
No sourpuss?
No sabo.
No
I don't
sabo?
know. Yeah, no sabo. I don't know. I don't
What do
know.
you say?
Right now, I think yes.
Okay. I'm out. Oh, what do you say? What?
Yes.
You say yes?
Yes.
What did you say, Mama?
That time I thought you were asking me. You're looking right at me. She's behind me.
You know what tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Can you make a conscious decision?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. I'm out of time. I'm so out of time. And that's the question for next week. All right? So this Thursday, it's the men's forum. And it's the first Thursday, right? Yeah. Come on down, guys. It's going to be amazing. We'll do super chats tomorrow. Listen, you're not who you think you are. Really. When you find yourself, there's no more thinking. You will be free. No, just think about that. All thought will disappear when you discover who you really are, and then you will have life. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to get on the straight and narrow. Forgive your mother and your father so the heart can change. Forgive your mother and the father and hold no grudges against anyone, yourself or anyone else. All right? But I think that's it. Bye. Thank you for your support. Thank you, guys.